Good afternoon, Flyers fans. Welcome to another episode of Clear the Ice, the Philadelphia Flyers post-game show here on Edge of Philly Sports. I'm your host for the afternoon, Austin Hamill. Flyers drop a tight one against Colorado after battling back late by a final score of 7-4. Uh, Honestly, like I said, very tightly contested game up until the end there. Looked like Philadelphia was going to be down and out at the start of the second, early into the second period, going down 3-0 after goals by Logan O'Connor, Mikko Rantanen, and Nathan MacKinnon, two of those guys getting, in Rantanen and MacKinnon respectively, both getting their 25th goal of the year. Overall, I mean, the Flyers definitely showed a lot of grit and determination in trying to get back into this game, scoring two of the five total goals scored in the second period, and then two of the four scored in the third. But overall, just Colorado just proving to be too much to handle in this one. Going to go over the goals for you really quick. Just wanted to, Dan, what's going on, man? Shout out to you. How you doing today? But yeah, just overall, just going to break it down straight from the first period through the third in terms of goals. First one for Colorado scored at the 9:58 mark of the first period by Logan O'Connor, his ninth of the year, assisted by Ross Colton, his 11th assist, and Sam Malinsky, his seventh. It looked like it could have possibly been kicked in, but the referees did not see. I mean, even though there was technically what would have been considered a distinct kicking motion, he was jockeying for position against Travis Sanheim, seemed to have lost his balance, and his foot came up. So they decided to rule that it was still a good goal. Um, After that, about just almost nine minutes exactly later, at the 18:36 mark, Mikko Rantanen nets his 25th, assisted by MacKinnon, his 50th assist on the year, and Ross Colton, his 12th. So two assists and back-to-back goals for Ross Colton. Put Colorado up 2-0 going into the second period. And then in the action in the second period, 43 seconds in, Nathan MacKinnon scores his 25th of the year, assisted by Miles Wood, his 8th assist, and Josh Manson, his 10th. Just it was literally just a bit of a breakdown. MacKinnon manages to get a hold of the puck and just runs with it and puts it right past Carter Hart. Um, Philadelphia does end up breaking the shutout about 60 seconds later with Joel Farabee's 16th goal of the year, assisted by Morgan Frost and Cam Atkinson. Both of the assists for those guys being their 12th total for the year. About 6.5 minutes later, Logan O'Connor scores his 10th goal of the year, his second of the game, assisted by Miles Wood, his ninth assist, and also by Ross Colton, his third assist of the game, his 13th of the year. Logan O'Connor really definitely made his mark in this game. You know, two goals in less than 40 minutes of play for him. I believe they were saying he was an undrafted guy, so very good grab by the Colorado brass there, getting Logan O'Connor on this roster. At the 12-minute, 23-second mark of the second period, Travis Konechny scores his 22nd goal of the year, assisted by Owen Tippett, his 12th assist, Ryan Paling, his ninth. And then at the 17:05 mark, Nathan MacKinnon scores his 26th of the year, his second of the game, assisted by Josh Manson, his 11th assist, second of the game, and by Joel Kiviranta, his fifth assist of the year, making it a 5-2 game at the end of the second period. Again, even after the second period, it looked like Philadelphia was going to be pretty down and out, trailing by 3 going into the final frame. At the 5:26 mark of the third period, Tyson Forrester scores his seventh, assisted by Morgan Frost and Cam Atkinson, their 13th assists of the year. Which that Tyson Forrester shot was a very decent shot. It was honestly just one of the better. No, the Konechny one in the second period is the one that I'm thinking of. Picks up the puck in the corner, strong rotation back out up top. The entire team rotating really well with him. Konechny just rips that shot from up high and gets it through. 8 minutes at the 8:11 mark of the third period, Cam Atkinson scores his 12th to make it a 5-4 game. Assists by Rasmus Ristolainen, his third of the season, and by Noah Cates, his fourth assist of the year. And then Colorado in the back half of the third period runs away with the game. Mikko Rantanen scoring his 26th goal of the year on the power play, his second of the game, assisted by Cale Makar, his 44th assist and his 300th career point in one more game than it took Bobby Orr to reach 300 as a defenseman. Um, and the other assist by Nathan McKinnon, his 51st assist, and I think his second assist of the game. And then the empty netter to round it out, giving Logan Connor at the 1939 mark his 11th goal of the year, completing the hat trick for him. Nathan McKinnon with his 52nd assist, giving him 3 assists on the day. And by Devon Tays, his 21st of the season. Carter Hart was really, I can't even really say he was tested because we outshot them heavily. We outshot them 38-24 in the entire game. And Carter Hart just looked a little lost, I guess you could say, as the game was wearing on. We swapped him out for Sam Ersson in the third period. Ersson wound up giving up 2 goals in the final frame. Just overall, I mean, both teams second place in their respective divisions, only 1 or 2 points back. Colorado was 2 points behind Winnipeg going into this game. Philadelphia was 2 points behind the Rangers going in. So both teams were trying to make a real mark. Philadelphia, I feel more than Colorado because of the fact that not many people were expecting Philadelphia to be where they are so far this season. Colorado with the win does leapfrog Winnipeg, but I do believe, I do believe Winnipeg is off tonight. Actually, let me see. Yep. Winnipeg does not play tonight. The win would have given Philadelphia a 1-point advantage over the Rangers going into LA's game, going into New York's game tonight at 10:30 against the LA Kings. But Philadelphia is not able to pull out the victory here this afternoon in this matinee against Colorado in Philadelphia. Splits the season series so far between the two teams. Or no, this was the second and final matchup between the two sides. So the season series gets split 1-1 between Philadelphia and Colorado. The Flyers have beat Colorado on the 9th of December by a final score of 5-2. Let's just dive into the numbers really quick. Just like I said, Philadelphia outshot Colorado 38-24. Colorado won the hits battle 16-4. Colorado committed more penalties, having 6 minutes compared to Philadelphia's 4. So Philadelphia was 0 for 3 on the power play. Colorado, I believe, was 2 for 2. 1 for 2. Philadelphia was 0 for 3 on the power play. Face-off win percentage between the two teams, Philadelphia won that out 64.4 to 35.6. Philly only blocked 12 shots in this, while Colorado blocked 28. Colorado was doing a really good job of keeping bodies in front of every single shot that was coming Georgiev's way in this one. Just overall, like I said, it was definitely a dogfight of a game for Philadelphia going up against Colorado. And it could have been, and honestly, I thought it was going to end up being a lot worse, judging by how the first period had went and how the start of the second period was. But Philadelphia is still showing a lot of that grit that they have been known for this season. Philadelphia also lost the takeaway battle 7-5. Colorado did give away the puck 6 times, but that proved to not be too much of a backbreaker for them. I want to get into the goaltending stats here for you guys. Carter faced 15 shots, gave up 5 goals, save percentage of .667, 40 minutes of ice time. Just like I said, overall, just a really bad game for Philadelphia in terms of goaltending. Anyway, the offense definitely did what they could to try and help Philadelphia get back into this game. We only had 3 players on the plus side of the plus minus for this one. The biggest deficit on the ice this game was Travis Sanheim with a -4 for the game. Also had that penalty that he took that wound up leading to the second goal of the game for Colorado. The biggest plus for Philadelphia was both Rasmus Ristolainen and Nick Seeler, both having a +2. Sam Rasmussen, like I said, came in the third period, made 9 saves, faced 9 shots, gave up 1 goal for a save percentage of 88.9%. Jeez, I'm so sorry. I'm having a weird day trying to get words out. 17 minutes 39 seconds time on ice. Uh, Georgiev for Colorado faced 40 shots, made 36 saves for a save percentage of an even 90. Full game of time on ice for him. And Colorado, honestly, O'Connor with the +4, the 3 goals. Um, Ross Colton getting the 3 assists, and Nathan McKinnon. Oh, he only finished with 2 goals and 2 assists. I thought the listing had him with 3. I may have just been wrong in what I was trying to read there. Let me see. Assists on Rantanen's. And then, yeah, it doesn't assist again until, okay, the Rantanen goal was, oh, they gave the other one to Drouin instead for the Rantanen power play goal. Went to Makar, his 44th, and Jonathan Drouin, his 16th assist of the year. They did make that adjustment in the on the score sheet after the game ended, I believe, because when I let off the show, it had said it was McKinnon. So yeah, McKinnon has 51 assists on the year because they made that change to that. Miles Wood was not expect going into it was not expected to play, but he wound up being cleared to play this game. Just wanted to really quick get into some of these. Our friend CTH69 saying to trade Hart. Honestly, I'm going to go with what Steve here is saying. Hart is his team's backup at this point. For someone that goes down so much, he has too many issues with the low shot, and that's really true. He definitely does have a lot of issue with anything down low because I think it's because he's dealing with having to deal with a lot of the lower body injuries that he's dealt with so far in his young career. It's a lot tougher to get down into that butterfly position to be able to make those kinds of saves. So he seems to be taking a not he's not able to get down as quickly as he used to, which is definitely a downside for Carter Hart because we had so much promise for him coming into his time starting with Philadelphia. Also, the shot total was adjusted. The final shot totals were 40-25. Philadelphia out shooting Colorado by 15 in this one and still coming up empty with the loss. The win for Colorado puts them at 30-14-3, an away record of 12-9-3. Philadelphia with the loss fall to 25-15-6 on the year with a home record of 11-9-2. Like I said, Colorado overtakes Winnipeg in the Central Division out west. Philadelphia stays pat 2 points behind the New York Rangers in the Metro. Getting back to what Steve's saying here, he really thinks all of these years of defensive suck has just ruined the guy, and I 100% agree. I feel like the way where it started for Carter Hart's deficiency was the fact that he was being left hanging out to dry in the bubble playoffs. The defense was not really doing much to help him out there, ruined his confidence, and I think now at this point he's just not able to find his form again completely. Although we've had quite a few games with Sam Harrison to start off the year where he gave up 5+. He had, I want to say, about 3 or 4 games where he gave up 5+ goals, but yeah, just getting through what else Steve is saying here. Not all his fault, but he has to be better. I don't know if you can even get a second round pick for the guy now. And yeah, I mean, hopefully there's still some value in Carter Hart if you decide to move him at the deadline, which is actually something I was going to move into. I wanted to know if you guys feel, with the way Philadelphia has been playing so far, do you feel they're going to buy or sell at the deadline? And the second part of the question that I have is, what do you think Philadelphia needs in terms of pieces to help them maintain where they are throughout the second half of the season? Because we're getting close to the All-Star break now. It's actually in a little less than 2 weeks, I believe. Um, so yeah, I mean, if you guys want, just chime in. Let me know what you guys think Philadelphia will do at the trade deadline when it comes up, and what your thoughts are going into the All-Star break on what the team has done thus far. Last comment here from Steve for this current moment. Can't be mad at the team. They fought against a better team. Yeah, 100% agree. Colorado, like I said, is one of those teams that you always expect to make a push for a Stanley Cup. Right now, it's them and Vegas are the two that a lot of people are expecting to make it to the Western Conference Finals and possibly even Steve. Um, I feel like this team is. I feel like Colorado is that team that at this point are more than likely going to end up being a Western Conference Finals appearance. And it's going to be really a toss up between them and Vegas at this point for who will make it to represent the West in the Stanley Cup final. Steve giving his thoughts says it feels like the Phillies of '06, buyers and sellers. And honestly, I feel like a lot of the guys that we have, most of it might just be showcasing what we have for other teams for being able to get pieces for the future, um, trading off guys for draft capital and being able to really just work that through and try and build for the next few years because Matty B is one of the ones that's a big proponent of this is still technically considered a rebuild, and Philadelphia is playing as well as they are with it with that with all things being considered with that. Um, it was a very tough loss for Philadelphia today. Grinded out till the very end, and like Steve said, you can't be mad at Philadelphia for this one. They played against a team that is one of the best, one of if not the best team in the West, depending on who you ask. So overall, I mean, even though you walk away losing by three, if you really look at it, I mean, some people would say that we technically it shouldn't have been a 7-4 game if you look at that goal by Logan O'Connor. But Toronto looked at it. The refs in the Wells Fargo Center took a look at it as well. And even though it looked like a distinct kicking motion, it was because of the fact that he was jockeying for position against Travis Sanheim. So it is what it is. Really tough loss, but I feel like the question comes to mind of Carter Hart, like Steve had said earlier, that Hart is this team's backup at this point with how Sam Emerson has been playing. I feel like you have to eventually get to a point where you, as John, we feel like John Tortorella as the head coach would have to eventually make that call. Um, Sam Harrison, I feel like is the hot hand right now, and he's definitely been carrying a bit more of the load recently. So you really want to be able to give the kid a bit of a break, so that way he doesn't end up getting himself hurt, and you end up having to hope that Carter Hart can find some sort of a groove to get himself going again. But overall, it was just a really tough game for Philadelphia. Really tough loss. But I mean, it could always be worse. But coming back after the All Star break, where is it? I had a little thing here. I don't. There it is. We have the Stadium Series coming up soon with New Jersey, and if you are interested in getting in on that, go ahead and hit up our friends over at Philly Sports Trips. They're doing a trip out to MetLife Stadium on February 17th for that game. Make sure you go to phillysportstrips.com. I've heard Ryan Prop will be joining the festivities there for that. So phillysportstrips.com, make sure you go over there, let them know that EOP sent you. If you're looking for Phillies baseball, we have a few different things going on there through Philly Sports Trips. First off, spring training, March 1st through 4th down in Clearwater. Make sure you get in on that. Phillies baseball is right around the corner, and gosh, I cannot wait. Just the tides of spring are starting to turn in my head, even though it's 15 degrees outside. In total, I got in the past week and a half got hit with about 7.5, 8 inches of snow where I am. Just knowing that baseball is coming soon, I'm starting to feel a bit better about Philly sports again. And then aside from that, aside from just the initial spring training trip, March 1st through the 4th, they have another one March 13th to 18th and March 15th to 20th. So make sure you are getting over there for those to put yourself into some seats down there in Clearwater, Florida for those games. And then also, it is sold out, but Philadelphia Phillies are going to be playing in London this season. Make sure you even though, like I said, even though it's sold out, Philly Sports Chips has a package going on for that. The welcome party is on June 7th. Tailgate is on June 9th. Baseball is right around the corner, folks. Not Edge of Philly Sports. Philly Sports Trips is your home for all of the Phillies road trips. The Philadelphia Union season is starting up soon. As some of you may know, I am a soccer guy, so Philly Sports Trips does do the Philadelphia Union trips. They probably have some Flyers ones on there as well, some Sixers, and then with not only just the spring training and the London party and tailgate going on that I have the graphic up for here, There is also stuff for the rest of the regular season for the Phillies. So make sure you go over to phillysportstrips.com, get yourself involved in that. And for all the games here at home, you can go over to sherrystickets.com, Sherry Ticket Town. Great prices, no hidden fees for sports, concert, theater. The price you see is the price you get. Tack on that promo code EOP10 to get 10% off on us. Make sure you go over to sherrystickets.com. Sherry's Ticket Town has been family owned and operated since 1946. If you happen to go out to one of those games and get a bit too rowdy and something happens, make sure you get in touch with our guy David R. Cherry Esquire over at the Cherry Firm for workers' compensation, motor vehicle accidents, personal injury, criminal law. Get in contact with David R. Cherry over at the Cherry Firm at 610-565-0300 or visit them at cherryinjurylaw.com. The phone number again is 610-565-0300. So we have had a few comments come in while I was doing our quick little ad read there. Steve chiming in again, saying there's no question the roll tools are there, but I just haven't seen any improvements in Hart in the past year or two, which concerns me. Absolutely. Like I said, ever since that playoff bubble when the pandemic shut everything down and then we came back, he was left to hang out to dry, and I feel like it ruined his confidence, made him question his ability a good little bit, and it's been really racking him ever since that, and the injuries that he's been suffering, a lot of them lower body injuries. So I feel like his ability isn't there as much as it used to be. He doesn't have that same spring in his step getting himself around in the crease. I mean, hockey is a very tough sport no matter what position you play. So, it could just be, some people's bodies just aren't built as well as others. I mean, look at me. I haven't even hit my mid 30s yet, and I'm already dealing with lower back degeneration. I mean, it's probably because of the fact that I'm a pretty hefty dude, pretty tall, but like I feel like some days my body just wants to quit on me, and it happens. That's life. That's the problem with getting old, and even professional athletes get old, and it's a thing that happens. You can't really be too upset about it. Like I said, Carter Hart, I feel like is definitely. I agree with you, Steve. I feel like he's our number two at this point. Um, it is what it is. It could be worse. I guess it could be worse. Honestly, I'm not really too sure how much worse you would want it to be right now because at the point that we're at, I feel like where we are is actually very, very solid. Um, but the Flyers do have a quick turnaround, so you want to have the mind of a goldfish here because you do welcome former Flyer Claude Giroux and the Ottawa Senators tomorrow again at 1 p.m. Another matinee game this weekend for Philadelphia. So with that, I will leave you guys with our 3 stars of the game. Where's the thing for it? Where'd it go? There it is. Here we go. Our 3 stars of the game. I would like to give a ton of credit to Philadelphia. I feel like personally, for me, your 3rd star is going to be Morgan Frost. 2 assists on the game for Philadelphia. Very solid performance for him, even though he did finish with a -1. 2nd star, I'd have to go Nate McKinnon. 2 goals, 2 assists, 4-point night for him. And then your 1st star, I have to give it to Logan O'Connor. Undrafted guy putting up the hat trick today. Very solid play overall for O'Connor and for Colorado in general. But yeah, like I said, you have to hope that at the end of this one, you have that quick turnaround playing Ottawa tomorrow at 1 p.m. So, gotta let this one roll off the back as it is. But yeah, that will do it for me here. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Stay tuned tomorrow for another episode of Clear the Ice after the Flyers play the Senators. Take care, y'all. Have a good one.